I want to share with you some thoughts around the topic of temptation today, something that we all battle in our lives. Generally, when I think about temptation, I don't think of it in a positive way, but the Bible shares with us something different about temptation and its positive use in our lives. In James chapter 1, it says, "To count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." As I think about temptation and its positive effect in my life, I thought about three different things. Number one, what it does is it reveals my loyalty for God. What length am I willing to prove my love and devotion to God? And temptation in my life reveals that to me. Number two, it reveals my areas of weakness, how my flesh is crying out and desiring to be satisfied, and how I need to rely on God, the power of His Spirit and His Word in my life. And number three, it moves me towards maturity. The Lord wants us to grow up in our faith, and temptation tries us, it purifies us, helps us to become more like Jesus. I think about temptation and fasting. It reminds me of the story recorded in Matthew of Jesus going into the wilderness for 40 days, fasting before He would go into His ministry on earth, and just how the devil came and tempted Him in three different ways. And Jesus models for us the way that we should fight temptation and overcome. It's by the word of the Lord. He said, "It is written" 3 times, and it just reminds me of how important it is that we need to know God's word and memorize it and use it as our defense to overcome temptation. Another thing I think about is how our God, Jesus, knows about temptation and how He was tried in every way, and so we can turn to Him for help when we battle temptation in our life. The last thing I wanted to share with you, just another verse so that we can be encouraged. It says in James 1:12, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love Him." So I want us to be encouraged as we endure temptation. We can know that God is using it to grow us up in Him, that He has rewards waiting for us to test us and to bless us with. So just want you to be encouraged. Look at temptation this way. I want you to know that I'll be praying for you, and just have a great day.